Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode 2 of Putty's Podcast. I am the aforementioned Putty at Michael J. Putty. Here we are, week 2. Thank you to everybody listening to episode 1. You know, it's just trying to get the kinks out, getting the dust off. But it's just like riding a bike. Here we are, another episode. So let's get right into it. Last Friday, October 3rd, was a good friend of mine's birthday. Wished them a happy birthday, asked them what they were doing for it. Some of their close friends were taking them out that night. But Saturday, October 4th, they were going out with their family. If I'm around, they'll let me know. I'm like, all right, sounds good. Let me know. They never let me know. So Saturday comes around. I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, if they wanted me to go out, they would have reached out. Or maybe plans fell through. So I stayed home. You know, got in my feelings, got lonely, got sad. Because here I am, Saturday night, nothing to do. Nobody to go out with. That feeling carried over to Sunday, which carried over to Monday. So it's been a rough start to the week already. Thankfully, Tuesday I started feeling a little bit better. But what happens? I have to take my mother to the hospital, to the emergency room. She's not doing well. I'm like, okay. Great. Not a good start to the week for your boy at Michael J. Putty here. But it's like everything happens for a reason. Told you in episode 1, the prior week I started therapy. And it was all right. I wanted to do it over the phone. He wanted to do it on video chat, which I'm not comfortable with. I think I told you that story last week. So now I got stuff to talk about this week. So we started on a new app. Now it's via Zoom, stronger connection. I come more prepared. I do it on my iPad instead of holding my phone and getting cramps in my arm. My brand new AirPods, whatever they're called now, worked perfectly. Boom. Session 2, awesome. Big help. Got a lot of stuff off my chest. He gave me some great advice. Going back to the whole birthday thing, he said, stop getting in your own head. Reach out. Anything could have happened, but at least you know instead of just sitting there feeling sad for yourself. Like, that's fucking great advice, buddy. Thanks. So yeah, the second half of the week, much better than the first half. But here we are, Friday, October 10th. Happy 115th birthday to Tau Epsilon Phi fraternity. Seems like just yesterday we celebrated 100 years. But speaking of anniversaries, I'm not sure when this goes on a post, but October 11th would be the 50th anniversary from the premiere episode of Saturday Night Live, October 11th, 1975. 50 years later, and it's still going strong. October 11th, 1975, also the day my parents got married. So happy 50th anniversary to my parents. If not for them, obviously I wouldn't be here. They've had a rough going of it lately. Last couple years, and hope things start. This is the beginning of the next chapter, let's put it that way. I don't want to get too involved in it. But let's look at glass half full here. 50 years. You know, I'm 42 now. And now the future of an altar is behind me. And now I'm realizing I'm never going to see a 50th anniversary. If I ever get married. So congratulations to them. And congratulations to any couple. It's one of those fun things at weddings where they invite everybody, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes DJs will have all the couples on the dance floor and they're like, oh, who's been married for 1 year? Who's been married for 5 years? And then they count down until it's the last couple standing. And yeah, sometimes it can be cheesy. But in the end, it's nice to point out longevity, loyalty, love, commitment. So 50 years. Congratulations. Not that they're listening to this, but congratulations. And congratulations to any couple who celebrates 50 years. What is 50 years? Is that the golden anniversary or is that 25? I think 25 is a diamond. And I think I know that because of WrestleMania 25. But before we move on, again, I told you I'm recording the show Friday night, October 10th. And locally here in Jamaica, Queens, there's a wrestling promotion called House of Glory, HOG. which is a very popular, very successful promotion. Get a lot of big names that you may have heard of, even if you're not a wrestling fan. You know some of these names. And tonight they had a big show. I know the Hardy Boys, the current TNA and NXT Tag Team Champions, were defending their championships against the HOG Tag Team Champions, the main event, title versus title. And Hardy Boys won. So the Hardy Boys are now the current TNA, NXT, somebody else. They had a third belt. I don't know who it was. They didn't say it. And now House of Glory Tag Team Champions, making them one of the most decorated tag teams of all time. It's a big show. And House of Glory, a good friend of mine, always brings his daughter to their daddy-daughter time. Good for them. So I have this new Fire Stick that lets me watch any channel, any TV show, any movie, you name it, I got it. So I'm going through the events because, SmackDown's on Netflix internationally, commercial-free. But I forgot it aired at 8 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast because they're in Perth, Australia this weekend. But I see House of Glory is listed. So I decided to check it out for a bit. And here do I see my man and his daughter right by the ramp, camera view, all the time, perfect. A little dark, I couldn't get a good picture. But when Jeff Hardy, now the current House of Glory champion, was walking back up the ramp, he was taking his armbands off and handing them out to somebody to his left. I had a feeling to his right he was going to go to my friend's daughter. And lo and behold, he takes his armband off, and I see him give it to her. Somehow, I'm able to capture that moment take a picture of it. It's not a great picture. You can't barely see her because there's so many, the hordes of bodies around her, but I can see him handing it to her. So I sent a picture to my friend saying, this is the best I can get. Sorry, but that's awesome. It's an awesome moment. He texted me right away, thanks. He texted me some time later. He texted me half hour later. Too bad that was the exact moment a 40-year-old Jeff Hardy Mark grabbed that armband that Jeff was apparently giving to her right out of her hands. SMH. She is not a happy camper. Are you fucking kidding me? Herb. Herb is a great word. Great insult. We use it all the time back in the 90s. Trying to bring it back. But yeah, what a fucking herb. How do you take an armband out of a girl's hand? It's not a grown-ass woman. I think she's preteen, if not 13. Yeah, but this Jeff Hardy Mark, 40-something-year-old, took an armband out of a little girl's hand. I think the same thing happened to Phillies. Didn't someone in the Phillies, an older woman, rip a ball out of a kid's hand? Another event happened in another baseball park, I believe. To this guy, I wish diarrhea upon you. What a fucking dick. Go fuck yourself. I'm assuming you're a 40-year-old Mark with face paint on to see your boy Jeff Hardy. Go fucking yourself is the only way you get any action. Especially when you're stealing shit out of the fucking hands of a little girl. Go fuck yourself. Oh, man. Now I'm getting amped. I was already amped because there's stuff I wanted to talk about this week that got thrown out the window because something was announced this week that apparently sent a shitstorm on social media. So I threw that format out the window, and here we are going to talk about it. But throughout the show, if I seem distracted before I pause and I'm unable to edit it out, according to the show, Friday, October 10th, it is now 10:45 p.m., very delayed. But there are a lot of releases happening in the WWE, developmental, NXT, LFG, and a lot of stuff is breaking currently in some big name, not quote-unquote big names for me. So I'm trying to follow as that's happening. But anyway, so now I'm amped hearing about this guy screwing my niece over. But I was already amped prior to this because of this news story. Angel Reese, my girl Angel Reese, the first WNBA player and professional athlete to ever walk the Victoria's Secret runway on October 15th. Good for her. Congratulations. At Angel Reese 5 Stepping into a dream. From Angel to Victoria's Secret Angel. I'm finally getting my wings. I'll be walking the Victoria's Secret 2025 runway show for the first time, and it feels like destiny. Wings on, heels ready. Catch me on the runway. Congratulations. Last couple of years, I've been getting more into the WNBA. And she's a big part of it. She's a big name, one of the biggest superstars. Yes, it's superstars in that league. But man, she's very divisive. A lot of haters. My former Shot of Wrestling co-host, Mark Ass, got me tickets to see a SAG talk by the beautiful Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso fame. And afterwards, we went to a bar because it was Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark for the final time in college basketball tournaments, championship tournament. And man, oh man, these guys were hating. These guys were hating on Angel Reese. They think Caitlin Clark's the best thing since sliced bread, but they were hating on. But why are those not mutually exclusive? Like, if you think Caitlin Clark's so awesome, shouldn't you cheer for Caitlin Clark? Why do you have to shit on Angel Reese? But whatever. And no, Angel Reese gets a lot of flack for whatever reason. I know a lot of people like to compare her to, I've seen this since her debut, Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. And, okay, all right. I mean, A, for creativity, but what does that do in the overall scheme of life, except maybe you get some cheap-ass likes from Herbs? Speaking of Herbs, I told you this is very divisive. This is why I wanted to talk about it, because when I heard this news, I was happy for her. Talking to a guy who bought the Reese's cereal just because she was on the cover. Like, yeah, let me support this woman, because she's getting all this hate for no fucking reason. Y'all don't believe me? Let's check out some social media comments on this news. Let's start with Facebook. Jeffrey McKenzie. Well, never buying Victoria's Secret again. Okay, I'm sure it's a big loss for one Victoria's Secret. And why are you buying Victoria's Secret? We all know you don't have a wife. Regina Pomerantz. Bad choice. Now imagine being a grown-ass adult, hearing a professional athlete, a woman, an African-American woman, is now walking the runway of Victoria's Secret. You sit behind your keyboard or go on your phone on your couch and decide to type, bad choice. Great comment. Thanks. Sean Stacy. She better tighten up her tummy. When do you tell that to your fucking girlfriend? If you have one. Jason Massman. AI works wonders. She looks nothing like that. She looks exactly like that. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you fucking herb. Jackson Porknorney. Whatever the fuck his name is. Pokorney. She looks like Sid the Sloth, but with a mustache. Again, a comparison that's been around for the last 3 years. You're not funny. You're not original. But a lot of people are talking about her mustache. And I'm assuming that's just a cheap ploy to attack a woman. Because I've never seen her with a mustache. I've never heard her having a mustache. Again, following the WNBA, never seen her with a hint or a whisper of hair above her lip. It's just vitriol. Just toxicity. MJ Meso. MFers can't hoop, so they strip. Asshole, she's not stripping. She is walking Victoria's Secret fashion show, a very coveted, respectful fashion runway during Fashion Week. But do you say that about the other Victoria's Secret models? Do you compare them to strippers? No, just her. Bill Drum, you spelled man wrong. We know how to spell. You spelled fucking idiot, asshole. Oh, my God. Michael Berthel. Gross. Her lashes will fall on the runway. Yeah. Good point, buddy. Good point, Mike. Because no other model will be wearing fake lashes during a fashion show. Dick. A woman has entered the fray, ladies and gentlemen. Donna Harmon. Well, she got what she strutted her ass for, to be a model. I knew her head was more into showing her ass instead of basketball. Oh, you know that. You know that because you followed the WNBA. You followed her career. So you know that she rather shake her ass. She spent her whole life playing basketball with the dream of getting to the WNBA just so she can shake her ass on the Victoria's Secret runway. Astute observation, Nana. Thank you so much. Cheryl Ann Murphy. Good thing since she can't play basketball. She can't play basketball, huh? She's in the WNBA. She can't play basketball. Astute observation, Cheryl. My money's on you. Let's challenge Cheryl Ann Murphy, Angel Reese, one-on-one. Let's see who can play basketball. Carlito Brigante. One thing for sure, ain't nobody want to see that she, Caitlin Clark in a bikini. One, we're talking about Angel Reese, and two, even Caitlin Clark's getting shrapnel on this. Jesus Christ. The vitriol again. Joseph Ragland. 2 bottles of vodka, maybe. 2 bottles of vodka, huh? You need 2 bottles of vodka to smash Angel Reese. Like if she came up to you in a bar with your neck beard, she touched your hand, you wouldn't cream your pants on the spot. Go fuck yourself. Michael DePepe. Something nobody wants to see. You're speaking for everybody now, huh? If nobody wanted to see this, why would a global entity such as Victoria's Secret pull the trigger on this? Thank you for your input. Go back to your parents' basement. And that's just some of it. Oh. There's so many. Oh my God, this is all over Facebook. Oh, and it was nauseating. It was disgusting. How about we go over to Instagram? At Aurora_9601. Yes, because the court ain't working for you. It's not, huh? One of the biggest stars in WNBA. The cover athlete for the WNBA on the 2K25 game, 26, whatever game just came out. At Caden_Power_. Not a good look for women or the WNBA. Please show your work and explain that. Because here I am talking about women. Here I am talking about the WNBA. Not a good look, huh? Would you say the same thing if Megan Thee Stallion did it? Would y'all say the same thing if Taylor Swift did that? No, you wouldn't. At Lana V__11. Yes. Need more black models like this. Thank you. Finally, some positivity here. Jesus. At PJP Procuna. I think that J is supposed to be an I. The white women basketball players school her. First of all, we're not talking about race. But what does that have to do without her being a Victoria's Secret model? Please explain. I'll wait. At crab.249399. She ain't even close to attractive. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is subjective. I think she's an attractive woman. A lot of people agree with me. Thankfully, there was a lot more positive comments than negative. But what does Crab look like? Let's check out Crab's profile. Crab.249399. Oh, yeah, no profile picture. So either you decided to create a fake profile just to hate on people because you're a fucking loser, or you're a loser in general and have no profile picture on your main profile because no one likes you. But like I mentioned earlier, just now, there have not all been negative, has not all been vitriol. A lot of positivity here. Jerry Wayne Cook on Facebook. Great example for tall girls. My man, Jerry. You tell him, Jerry. We love us some tall girls. Leandra M. Vernon on Facebook. She's expanding her brand, and she's very marketable. The Bayou Barbie's doing her thing, and is wonderful to see. Leandra, it is wonderful to see. Thank you for your helpful, productive, positive comment. Switching over back to Instagram, at TrueLove4Blue, no E's in any of that handle. No matter how much they try to hate this woman, she is succeeding in life and getting that bag, and I love every bit of it. Go, Angel Reese. I love it as well. Go, Angel, go. Again, Caitlin Clark's getting a lot of abuse on the court because the women, allegedly, in the WNBA do not like her because she's that damn good. She is getting seats in those stadiums. She is getting eyes in the TV for ratings. She is what you call a game changer for the WNBA. These herbs, these neckbeards, these mouth breathers, these basement dwellers, these keyboard warriors, been hating on Angel Reese for what? Nobody in these comments have given me any credible reason why I or anybody should dislike her. Other than that, she's a successful woman. She's a successful young woman. She's a successful young black woman. Now, I don't want to bring race into this, but who did? Scrolling up. Oh, yeah. Pig Porcuna, whatever, Porcupine, whatever the fuck his name was. And it's just, Cheryl Ann Murphy. Good thing she can't play basketball, right? Angel Reese just finished her second year in the WNBA. 2 years in the league. WNBA All-Rookie Team. Two-time All-Star. Two-time rebound leader. Two-time peak performer. Unrivaled Defensive Player of the Year in 2025. Part of the Unrivaled Championship League team, I should say, in 2025. She was an NCAA champion in 2023. Something Caitlin Clark can't say. She had her own McDonald's meal. What WNBA player had their own McDonald's meal, which was delicious. And yes, I bought it because her name was attached to it. She released her own debut Reebok sneaker, the Angel Reese ones, in September. And according to Joseph Sucker from Bleacher Report, it was only a matter of hours before the Diamond Dust and Me Bounds colorways were sold out. And as of his posting, I think it was the end of September, 4 receipts ready design were available only if you wear a women's 5.5 or a men's 4, which I assume are sold out by now unless they got restocked. So yeah, let's hate on Angel Reese some more. Please. Now I don't follow college sports in general. I don't follow college football or basketball, March Madness. I've gave up on because I don't know anything from my ass from my elbows. But there's a term I learned recently. I will stand 10 toes down to defend Angel Reese because there is no reason for these attacks. You don't see anybody else in the WNBA getting attacked like this. And it makes no sense to me. If someone can please explain to me, because she misses some layups, she misses some shots, her shooting percentage isn't 100%, show me somebody who is. Show me somebody who does not miss their shots. She was drafted 7th overall to a team that was not good, and she can't carry a team on her back. Neither can Caitlin Clark. She needed some help until she got into the playoffs. It just makes no fucking sense. It really does. It really pissed me off. It really set me off the other day when I saw this. This poor woman, this poor 23-year-old woman who has her whole life ahead of her is nonstop getting shat on by these fucking losers who have nothing better to do, who would cut off their right arm to disappoint her in bed. It's just ridiculous, and I don't know why it's affecting me so much. I just hate these haters for no fucking reason. Congratulations to Angel Reese. A great face for the WNBA. That's why she's on the cover of the 2K25-26 game, whatever just came out. And I'll be watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show, not on October 25th, because I don't have tickets, unfortunately. But whenever it airs, probably on Paramount Plus, whatever channel it airs on these days, because I think it's been years since it's been on TV, I'll be watching. Because what a great representation, like my man Jerry said, for tall women, for young women, for African-American women, and for athletes in general, for a professional female athlete to walk the runway. All right. Rant over. But staying in the world of sports, the United Football League had some news this week, something I can finally talk about without Mark cutting me off because he's so anti anything other than the NFL. They announced this week a major step forward in their continued growth, unveiling 3 new franchises set to debut in the spring of 2026, when the league kicks off their 3rd season. The new teams are the Columbus Aviators, located in Ohio, the Louisville Kings, located in Kentucky, and the Orlando Storm, of course, located in Florida. These teams will replace the Memphis Showboats, Michigan Panthers, and the San Antonio Brahmas, which competed in the first 2 seasons of the league. I believe the Panthers And the Showboats are legacy teams from the 80s, the original USFL. And the San Antonio Brahmas were a legacy team from the relaunch of the XFL in 2023. In addition to the new teams, they also announced updated team names for 2 legacy teams. The Arlington Renegades will now become the Dallas Renegades. Oh, my God. That took me 12 takes to say Renegades. I kept tripping over my words. I kept editing it out. Oh, finally got that down. And the Houston Roughnecks will now be called the Houston Gamblers. Ahead of the 2026 season, the UFL said it would now move its games to smaller, fan-driven, more soccer venues for a more intimate game day experience. In a statement, the league said, the United Football League is committed to delivering the most accessible and innovative football experience every spring. This offseason, in partnership with our new ownership group, we refreshed our vision for the new league with a focus on playing in more intimate venues that will deliver the ultimate game day atmosphere. Which is why they got rid of those teams, because those teams were playing in big stadiums. I'm surprised St. Louis Battlehawks are still around, but St. Louis is thriving for a football team, and that is very high attendance. So congratulations to them. I think them and DC are the hottest selling games, but DC is also a smaller, I think, soccer-style stadium. Also, for the last 2 seasons of the official UFL, there have been 2 conferences, the XFL and the USFL, representing the merger. Beginning in 2026, the teams will no longer be divided into 2 conferences, but will compete as one united 8-team league with the top 4 teams advancing to the playoffs at the conclusion of the regular season. Much like the WNBA does it. And much like how I spent most of the episode defending Angel Reese on the past episodes of A Shot of Wrestling, I defended spring football. It was the USFL beat the XFL to bring back spring football. And finally, those 2 decided to merge, and we got the UFL 2 years ago. And Mark was a diehard football fan, supposedly, but no, he's a diehard NFL fan. I like football. Also like the spring football to have stuff on my TV to watch. And those games are good. Most of those games are good, competitive, high-scoring games. And every postseason of the Spring Football League, a lot of these guys get signed. And Mark's not alone on thinking spring football is a waste. But here is a clip. Just take a listen.
As a media member now for the NFL and a former NFL player, there is a need for this league. I don't know if you see the blowouts that are happening week in and week out. As injuries happen, there's not enough player development happening at the college level. And I'm not blaming the coaches. It's the entire landscape of transfers and NIL and all that. And there's plenty of guys, one sitting in this room, that needs an opportunity to play in a league like this to then go play on Sundays. We're missing the mark with so many guys. There was almost 70 guys that played in the UFL last year that either signed a practice squad deal this year or an active roster spot. That's a significant portion of the NFL that if those guys weren't getting reps in the spring, they don't make those teams. You talk about finding an opportunity, John. Those guys got an opportunity.
And that's what spring football is all about, opportunity. The Rock posted about it numerous times when he bought the XFL, saying he was a college football star, but he never made it to the NFL. He wanted to. He just never could. He never got that opportunity, which is what the dream of the UFL is now. And every season you see these guys get signed. The kicker of the Detroit Lions started in the UFL. So I can't wait. And that's all I can do because the Dolphins are out of it. Dolphins suck. I have no backup team. My fantasy team sucks. So I need spring football here as soon as possible. I need something to entertain me because my football season is done. More to buy. And in conclusion, let's wrap things up here. Staying on theme. Tonight, again, October 10th, the Las Vegas Aces won the WNBA Finals in a sweep of the Phoenix Mercury. Their 3rd title in 4 years. 3 titles, 4 years. What happened in that 4th year? Oh, that's right. The New York Liberty won. But congratulations to Asia Wilson, everybody over there at the Las Vegas Aces. Looking forward to next season. where will Angel Reese end up? Kind of a falling out in Chicago. Atlanta Fever is the current favorite from what I heard. That was last week, though. Who knows? Plenty of time left. But again, thank you for listening to me ramble on. Thank you for entertaining me here. Stay tuned to this very feed in the next week or two for a shot of BCW where myself and the esteemed governor, AJ Penn, will not only break down the past events of Grand Rumble, but look forward to Nightmare at the Mecca, Thursday, October 30th. People are off from work on the 31st at my job, so I have to go to work that next day. So I'm not looking forward to that, but that Friday I'm looking forward to, though, that Thursday. So stay tuned for more information about that show and on this very feed. Right now, it's still currently called A Shot of Wrestling. Again, bear with us. We're still trying to make that transition, maybe what to call the feed, what to call the page, but that's all technical behind-the-scenes stuff. But if for some reason you're one of these losers that I called out on Facebook and Instagram during this show, and you have a problem with me, contact my lawyer, Mark Schwann. Good luck spelling his name. But until next time, I've been your host at Michael J. Putty. Putty out.